Beyond celebrating the con having its 10-year anniversary, this tour is a fundraiser. It's a way for us to raise money for the Tegan Sara Foundation. We have pretty much inundated our social media with information about the foundation, but for those of you who maybe are living a better life than the rest of us and don't have it anymore, just a brief bit about the work that we are doing. Tegan and I are gay, if you're not aware. Over the last 20 years, give or take, in the music industry, we have been out and outspoken, and have, as a result, I think, we have developed a wonderful fan base, not just of people who are gay, but wonderful allies and people who are invested and interested and supportive in our community. Over the years, we've talked about starting some kind of foundation or making the work that we do, both personally and professionally, more serious and more proactive and less reactive. I think in the last couple of years, we've sort of picked up steam with the work that we're doing, partly because we have the platform to do so, and we have the connections and we have the collaborative interest from people. I think to make a meaningful impact, partly just by funding some of the amazing grassroots organizations that are out there, both in the United States and in Canada, who are doing amazing work, specifically organizations that center women and girls in our community. And yeah, round of applause. They've been such an inspiration, especially in the last year when obviously the election was pretty traumatizing, and we have seen the rollback of many important and significant advances that came under the Obama administration. And so we are determined to work with amazing organizations in this country and in Canada, and hopefully eventually around the world, to prevent, as much as we possibly can, some of the bullshit and bigotry and just general fucked up stuff.
Up in Canada because, their GSAs, like Gay Straight Alliances, were, there was a bill that passed that made them mandatory and legal in schools where the schools were publicly funded, and there's, a movement. Yeah, and I always think, like, Canada is so amazing, but there's a movement there by the Conservative Party on the other side to basically change the bill and the law so that teachers can call parents and tell them if their kids are a part of the GSA. Yeah. And I think what Sarah's getting at about us having a platform is that, I spend most of my day talking to the media and putting the message out there and hopefully helping to spread the word that this is just an absolutely absurd thing to do to young people. We should be centering our students and making sure they feel secure and safe and confident. Outed. Your coming out is yours, and it should be on your terms, on your time. And this seems to most of us probably just so crazy and absurd, but I think Sarah and I have been just super motivated the last couple of years to get involved and use our voices and use our privilege and give back, because these things still happen, even in Canada, and we all have to stick together. I know, it's great. I can't believe I was so exasperated all day on the phone, because I was like, we go around the world, and one of the things that makes me so proud is how many people think how great Canada is. They're just like, you guys are so amazing, you're guiding light. And I'm like, we are just as fucked. Because we have to stay engaged, we have to stay together. The yucky people on the side of thinking that, like, gay people or trans people or people of color or women shouldn't have equal rights and opportunities and protections under the law, they creep back in while we're watching Netflix. Or this show, actually. It's been very long. Something that very easily in the last 2 hours. We don't know. But listen, there
we could talk about this stuff forever, and I just want to say that the show, the ticket that you bought for the show tonight, we're going to donate a portion of the proceeds to the foundation. We are... we put out a covers record, 14 amazing artists. That record, anyone that purchases that, the proceeds from that album are being donated. Plus we did sign them for $10. It's like a, what was I saying? It's like an Americano and a half. It's not hugely expensive. I understand a lot of people don't even have CD players anymore, but they look cool, so whatever. And again, our record label has been incredibly generous, as well as all the artists who participated. They all donated their time. The label is donating the proceeds to the foundation. Anything at the Tegan Sara Foundation that you purchase, any money that you donate in any of the many donation jars that are around the venue, or if you happen to meet one of our amazing volunteers tonight, thank you. Big shout out to volunteers. Big shout out. If you've already had an amazing night and you bought a drink and you had dinner and you bought a t-shirt, we thank you. We're not trying to shame anyone into spending any more money, but if you haven't, we would do so much with it. We are known for being a very lean and frugal and fiscally responsible band. We've made a lot of good choices over the years, and I think that it's partly our Canadian parents who instilled in us a sort of responsibility when it comes to money. We are so excited to stretch the dollars that you give to us and try to give back to this community that we love so deeply and care about so much.
So our hope is tonight that all of you could find even $1 extra in your pocket, and when you leave, go by the booth, grab a postcard, look up the work that we're doing, slip that $1 or $20 or $100 into the jar.
That says donations. Don't just slip it in there.
Yeah, don't just put it in any place. There's really cool volunteers on the way out. You should give it to them. But Sarah and I, we couldn't be here. We couldn't be doing the work that we're doing, which has given us incredible purpose this last couple of years. And we couldn't have gotten through the last 20 years as female artists who often were the sort of like, on the receiving end of a lot of homophobia and sexism. But what kept us going was shit like this every single night. We're so lucky. That's okay. You've given us so much, and we promise to redistribute that back to the people we think really, a community we really think needs assistance. But I want to add an aspect here and say, we've been saying this around the country, regardless of if the LGBTQ community is your focus or not, just be involved in something. Just sign up for something, march for something, believe in something, show up. The other day, it was like, I'm really focused on climate change. That's great. That's totally fair because climate change will affect all of us. So I'm on board. I just don't want to see our generation become lazy and apathetic. I don't think we will. But let's just all work together and stand together. So thank you for showing up tonight and showing up for this. We've been a lovely audience, and from what I can tell, there have been no punches thrown. I'm so proud. I'm going to play you one last song. Before we do, don't worry, it's totally going to be the song that you think it's going to be. We just want to give another big shout out to our volunteers who donated their time today.